Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Gyanadisha program. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well. My name is P. Narsimlu, working in Telangana Tribal Welfare Residential Schools at Ibrahimpatnam. So, my dear students, today, after completion of my session, you will be able to understand what is tense, and you will be able to identify the different types of tenses and their function, and you will be able to practice the tenses. So, before going into the topic, let us observe a few examples on the board. I watched a movie yesterday. I watched a movie yesterday. Ramu is playing cricket now. He will come to Hyderabad tomorrow. So, my dear children, if you observe these three sentences, in the first sentence, the verb watch refers to the past time. In the second sentence, the verb is playing refers to the present time. In the third sentence, the verb will come refers to the future time. So, if you observe, this first sentence refers to the past time because the action is already completed. In the second sentence, the verb is playing refers to the present time because the action is going on now. In the third sentence, the verb will come refers to the future time because this will be happen in the future. So, in English there are three times. One is past, present and future. Today we are going to learn an important topic in English grammar, which is related to the time, that is called tense. So, my dear children, today our topic of the session is the tense. So, let us see what is mean by tense. Look at the slide. The tense, the word tense is taken from a Latin word tempus, which means time. So, tense is a Latin word which is taken from tense is a Latin word which is called tempus, which means time. So, tense shows time of an action. So, what is mean by tense here? A tense is a form of verb that used to show the time of an action. It says when an action happened. So, in English, as you observe these three sentences, the time can be three. One is present, past and future. So, in English there are mainly three tenses. which are called as present, past and future. So, look at the another slide. If you observe this slide, there are three main tenses. The first one, and every tense is classified into 4 types. If you observe the present tense, under the present tense, simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Under the past tense, simple past or past simple, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Next one will be the future tense. Future tense, under the future tense, simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. So, these all are 12 tenses in English. Before going into the detail, let us know how the already we know that tense related to the time, or it shows the time of an action. So, let us see how the verb will change from one sentence to another sentence, because tense is a tense shows time of an action. So, let us see what is a verb. Before going into the topic, I want to tell you one thing. Here there is a relation between tense and verb. If the verb change, the tense will be changed. So, I want to tell you about the forms of verbs. In English, majorly there are 4 types of verbs. Let us see. The first one will be present verb or V1. We can also call it as base verb. The second one will be past verb. We can also call it as V2. Third one will be past participle. The fourth one will be present participle. We can also call past participle as V3. We can also call present participle as V4. So, here let us see some few examples of verb forms. Eat, ate, eaten, eating, go, went, gone, going, write, wrote, written, and writing. So, these are the few examples of verb forms. There are 4: base verb, past participle, present participle. We can also call as V1, V2, V3 and V4. So, let us see how the verb will change from one form of tense to another tense. Let us see one example how the verb will change from one sentence to another sentence. For example, I eat an apple every day. I ate an apple yesterday. I have or I am eating an apple now. I have eaten an apple just now. So, if you observe these 4 examples, the verb will change like this. This is the base verb or V1, this is V2, this is V4 or present participle, and this is the V3. So, if you observe these 4 sentences, we can understand how the verb plays a vital role in every sentence. So, let us go for each sentence in a detail. Look at the slide. The earth moves around the sun. So, if you observe these 3 examples, I read newspaper every day. This is a general or this is a habitual action, because we use yesterday I did it, today and tomorrow also. Every day I read the newspaper. So, this is the daily activity. And the second, birds fly in the sky. It is a general truth. The earth moves around the sun. This is a universal truth. So, my dear children, if you observe these 3 examples, the first one, the first tense is a simple present tense among all 12 tenses. So, if you observe these 3 examples, first example, I read newspaper every day. This is a habitual or daily activity. Birds fly in the sky. It is a general truth. The earth moves around the sun. It is a universal truth. So, what we understood here, simple present tense talks about habitual actions, general truth and universal truth. So, let us see some more examples. Look at the slide. Here, first let us see what is the structure of simple present tense. So, here I is a subject, read is a base verb or V1 plus object. The second, birds is a subject, fly is a verb or base verb or V1. The earth is a subject, moose is a verb or V1. Here I added S. Why? Because in the subject in any sentence, the subject, if the subject is third person singulars, we have to add S to the main verb. Third person singulars means he, she, it. If we see these subjects in a sentence, we have to add S to the main verb. That is the simple present tense. Let us see some more examples. Look at the slide. Kumar drinks coffee every day. So here this is a daily activity which is done by Kumar. Today, tomorrow, or day after tomorrow, up to the Sunday, every day he does this activity. So the main usage of simple present tense is it talks about, or it says about, the universal truths, habitual actions and general truth. So here if you observe the third example, sun rises in the east. So it is a universal truth. She sings songs melodiously. They go to temple every Friday. All that glitters is not gold. One more thing here I want to tell you. Simple present tense talks about the proverbs also. Proverbs means quotations or says. So here all that glitters is not gold is a quotation. So the next one, signal words for simple present tense. Signal words are clue words. If I ask you to identify the simple present tense by seeing those words always, regularly, often, sometimes, usually, seldom, every day, these words are the keywords of simple present tense. So this is all about simple present tense. Let us go for the next slide. Look at the slide. Simple past. So whatever the action will occur or will do every day, it comes under simple present. So what is simple past here? Whatever the actions we done earlier or before, that is the simple past. Simple past. Generally we did many activities yesterday. If you want to talk about yesterday's activities, you can use simple past. Let us see one example. I met my friend yesterday. I met my friend yesterday. India got independence in 1947. I bought a mobile last week. So if you observe the structure of simple past, here I is a subject, met is a verb. This is past verb. We can also call as V2. I is a subject, bought is a V2 plus object. Subject plus V2 plus object. It is the structure of simple past. What we understood here, whatever the action we done yesterday, we use simple past. So we have to use the simple past to express all completed actions. What we understood, simple past talks about all completed actions. Here I met my friend yesterday. When it happened? yesterday, it means past. India got independence in 1947. So, it happened in the past. And I bought a mobile last week. So, this action also occurred in last week. So, it talks about the all past actions. So, it is called as simple present tense. So, we have to use in the simple present tense only past verb. That is, if you observe this slide, there is a list of verbs: base verb, past verb and past participle. Here, write, wrote, written, speak, spoke, spoken, go, went, gone. These are the list of verbs. In the simple past, we have to use only the past verbs. We can also call as V2 in the past tense. Next one will be simple future. So, what is the next one? Simple future. What is the usage of simple future? Simple future talks about the future actions. Whatever the action is going to be happen in the future, we can use simple future. That is, let us see one example. I will meet my friend tomorrow. So, here this action is going to be happen in the future. Here the structure of simple future is subject, shall or will plus base verb or V1 plus object. So, what is the major usage of simple present? Simple future is whatever the action is, it is going to be happen in the future, that is simple future. If you see the timeline, this is the timeline and this is present, this is past and this is the future. So, whatever the actions will be occur in the future, we have to use simple future. The structure of simple future is subject, will or shall plus base verb plus object. Here let us see some examples on the slide. Ravi will visit America next year. I will attend a party tomorrow. I will meet my friend next Sunday. These are the actions which will be happen in the future. So, this is called as simple future. Next one, continuous. Look at the slide once. Continuous tense. Continuous means it is going on. First one in the continuous, present or present continuous. The main usage of present continuous means present means now, continuous means going on. The action which is going on at the time of speaking right now, it is called as present continuous tense. What I am doing now? I am teaching you the tenses. Now, I am teaching, I am teaching tenses now. So, this activity, this action, it is going on right now. So, we have to use the actions which are going on right now at the time of speaking. We have to use the present continuous tense. So, let us see the structure of present continuous tense. Subject, am is our helping verb plus V1 ing, we can also call as V4 plus object. This is the structure of present continuous tense. The main usage of present continuous tense is whatever the action which is going on now, right now at the time of speaking, we have to use present continuous tense. Next, past continuous. the main usage of past continuous tense, it is also talks about the going on action, but it is a point of time in the past. So, yesterday at this time what I was doing? Yesterday I was preparing for class. So, this action is going on in the past. So, here the structure of past continuous tense is subject, was, were plus V4 or V1 ing. This is the structure of past continuous tense. The main usage of past continuous tense is the action in progress at a point of time in the past. So, now it talks about present continuous tense at the same time or at the same manner. At this time, yesterday what I was doing? I was preparing for the class. So, this action was going on yesterday. Next one will be the future. Future continuous tense. The main usage of future continuous tense is the action will be going on at a certain time in the future. At this time, what you are going to do tomorrow? For example, you will be watching minor discourses tomorrow. So, at this time, tomorrow you will be watching minor discourses. This action will be going on in the future at this time. Now, the time is 11 or 11:30. So, the same action will be going on in the future. We have to use the future continuous tense. The action will be going on at a certain time in the future. It is called as future continuous tense. The structure of future continuous tense is subject plus shall or will plus be V1 ing. This is the structure of future continuous tense. So, what we understood? All three continuous tense. Present continuous tense means the action which is going on right now. The past continuous tense means the action which were going on in the past. Future continuous tense means it talks about the action which is going to be happen, which is going on in the future. Example, tomorrow. That is continuous tense. Look at the other slide. I would like to show the examples of 12 tenses with the structures. Look at the slide. The first one will be simple present. The structure of simple present tense is subject plus verb V1 SRES plus object. For example, Rohit will write novels. Rohit writes novels. So, this is the regular or habitual activity of Rohit. Next, simple past, subject plus verb 2 or past verb plus object. Rohit wrote a novel. So, here the action is completed. Already he has written a novel. Next, simple future, subject plus will or shall plus V1 plus ing. Rohit will write a novel. Next, present continuous. As we know, the continuous one is the action is going on right now. The next one will be the action is going on in the past. The future continuous tense means the action will be going on in the future. So, these are the 12 tenses along with the structures and examples. Let us see, my children, your assignment. Make your own sentences by using each structure of tenses. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.